Hey, I'm Emily Fraser from Matchroom Pool. I hope you all like and follow Sharkstream.
Hi, I'm Lucas Casaver. Join us on the Sharks.
Hello, I'm Jonas Soto, and join us on Salotto.
Hello everyone, I'm Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Join us to the Sharkstream. Let's go!
Hello, I am David Alcaide. Join us in Sharkstream.
Hey guys, I'm Federic Horst. Join us on the Shark Stream.
I'm Christina Tkach. Join us on the Shark Stream.
Hey guys, it's Jason Shaw. Join us on the Shark Stream tonight.
I am John Moore. Join me on the Sharkstream.
Hi, I'm Savannah Easton. Join us on the Shark Stream.
Hi, my name is Georgia Georgiev, and you can join us at the Sharkstream.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Shark Stream. This is Brian. Brennan in the booth from the Yale Billiards Brunswick Arena in Wallingford, Connecticut. We're bringing you live coverage from the Philadelphia Super Bowl Expo. I don't see my microphone actually working. But yep, there we go. And this is the semifinal round. We got Michael Feliciano and Hubert Lopotko playing on table 5. On table 4, right now they're playing on table 12, Dominic Usterzob and Sanjin Pelivanovic. That's tied at 8 for the other side of the semifinal, but I just heard over the loudspeaker that they called this table to the floor, so we're live. It's gonna be a race to 10. It'd be a really good match. A little bit of a glitch yesterday, so I'm just trying to verify. Yeah, it looks like that's Lopotko at the table. And both these players doing very well to get this far in the tournament. I got to be honest. I mean, 794 and 780. There's been some killers out there. Jason Shaw, Naoki Oya is still in the game. Who else we got? Better Gorst, Hachi. So these guys have really done well to get this far. This is the semifinal round and the final round that we're going to be able to bring you. If you want to watch the main table, it's going to be Viktor Zelensky versus the winner of Dominic Usterjob and Sanjin Pelivanovic. That's coming up shortly on BSN, the Billiard Sports Network. But for now, let's take a look at this other half. And it looks like we're off to the races, man. I'll tell you what. Pretty standard position play here. I know we came into the stream a little after the first break. Like I said, I was listening for the announcer to call him to the table. I went to the screen where it had the live stream, and it was like, boom, oh my goodness, they're already breaking. So it took me a few seconds to get through the opening credits for the Shark Stream. I think that was a break and run, though. So hell of a start for Hubert Lopotko. And now we're going to see Feliciano, see what he can do. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. It's a Sunday afternoon. Semifinal round at the Philadelphia Super Billiards Expo Live. And Brian Brennan doing booth things. And I might be a little loopy just because I did 4 matches yesterday, 4 matches the day before, and 2 on Thursday. So much as I'm jealous of these guys for having the endurance to do these kinds of tournaments, I kind of feel it. All right, there's the break. 1 ball goes straight in the side. Who's going to be concealed a little bit by that pink ball, the 4? Hey, there's my guy Sean from Ireland. Top of the evening. Yes, I suppose it is. It's about 6 o'clock over there. About 1 o'clock on East Coast of the United States. So guessing that's about right. I think it's a 5-hour delta. Nice shot. I didn't think he had that 2 ball complete, and he pocketed it like it was nothing. Wouldn't that be a kick in the pants if we start off this entire set with the semifinal round with a break and run from Hubert and then a break and run from Michael? With the alternating break syndrome, we can just fast forward right to the final, right? 9-9, and then whoever got the first break wins. Something tells me that's not going to happen, but it's a fun little fantasy. Look at that. Cue ball control. What a beautiful shot that was. 9 times out of 10. And granted, I'm not a great player, but 9 times out of 10, I would have rattled that in the corner and still got in perfect position. But he pocketed it, and look at this. Another break and run.
That break and run was sponsored by Taom Billiards, the best chalk in the industry. If you need any chalk, gloves, or a max rack, check out taombilliards.com.
What a start, man. It's 1-1. Both break and runs so far. Thanks everybody for, like I said, thanks everybody for tuning into the screen. Make sure you give me a like and follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and turn on notifications. This is our last match for the Philadelphia Expo, but we have other content, of course, the pro list matches that we like to do, and then other content around the world. We do Salotto matches from remote. We do all kinds of stuff. So definitely follow us for great pool content. Here we go, rack 3. Thanks for mentioning that in the comments, Sean. I got to put that together. Yeah, we have a cue for, we're raffling off a cue for anyone that supports the channel during the Philadelphia Super Billiards Expo. I keep saying Super Bowl, that's football, or American football, as you Europeans like to say. Having said that, we do have a McDermott Cue of the month that we're raffling off tomorrow night sometime. when Bobby gets back from Philly. It is a McDermott Cue of the month from September 2025. I'll show you a picture of it between racks. It's actually a really beautiful cue. It's got like an emerald stain on a early maple wood handle. Irish linen, black with green speck, some beautiful brass rings. It's a gorgeous cue valued at around $555. For $5 donation to the channel, you get one entry into that raffle, and some lucky winner out there is going to have a brand new McDermott Cue of the month, and it's really gorgeous. I think I showed it a couple times over the course of the weekend. I happen to not be in Yo Billiards right now, so I can't just pick it up and show it to you again, but I will show you some pictures. Question in the comment: are you having a tournament Monday night? I don't know if we're doing a qualifier Monday night. We're hosting the McDermott Open July 13th through the 16th. Some Monday nights we like to run an 8 or 16 person qualifier to get in for $50 a person. I don't know if we're doing it this Monday, but the usual drop-in tournament, which is a 8-ball team style tournament, that should be running. Andre and Angie usually put that together, so it should be going tomorrow night. Oh, good point. That just reminded me. I gotta get on the YouTube. Turn on that super chat feature. A pretty comfortable pattern. The biggest problem I see right there is that orange ball to the green ball. Looks like he's going to smack it out of there. Oh, what a breakout. Great shot and position on the 5. Like Michael is in great position here. Like he's straight in it on the 7, can probably just string it right back. Get to the 8 ball. And he gets the break. Oh, that's actually a pretty big deal. He actually got the Hubert's break, and now he's getting, so after 2 break and runs, actually, I'm gonna try and back up a minute. So the first rack was a break and run, second rack was a break and run, third rack he just watched. But since Michael took it down and is breaking, now he has the chance to go up 3-1 with another break and run, but we'll see. So big advantage there. Oh, I meant to show you the picture of the cue. This is what the cue looks like. So there's the butt of the cue. There's some details. And this is what the actual shaft joint looks like. I'm telling you, I've held it in my hand. That curly maple, I guess, is the way to describe it. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So he got the break, but he broke dry. So it looks like Hubert's going to have a chance to try and do a little work here. 6 balls taken out the bottom right corner, and I believe the 3 balls in the way of the bottom left corner. We might have to do a little dancing here. Kind of figured that might be the play. Going to use the 3 and the 9 as blockers. Play a nice little safety. I don't expect Michael's going to have much of a difficult time getting contact on the one. It's just a matter of where it goes from there. Oh, he's going all the way up and down. I'm a little shocked by that. I thought maybe he'd try to get around the 9. Oh, he slapped it. Well, now we'll find out what happens. Yeah, not a terrible leave. The one's visible, but doesn't really have a pocket. I expect to see this safety battle continue for a little while. Interesting. He's kind of started to sort of jack up a little bit, looking for a little draw off the rail. Possibly trying to just leave the cue there and send the one up to the bottom of the table. Up to the bottom. Did I say that out loud? Dang, that almost sank. Yeah, you can see he just sort of shoved his cue at the rail. He wanted that one ball to be sitting behind the 9, but still not a bad lead. I gotta say, you're probably gonna see a jump here. 5's far enough away. Not for me, but for these guys, definitely. Yep, here we go. Popped right over the 5. Didn't quite catch the one where he wanted to. I think we might be off to the races here. It appears that Hubert's got a clean look at the one in the corner. The rest of the balls are pretty well spread. So, gentlemen, start your engines. That's ball in hand position right there, man. Great shot on the one. He's going to make the 2. That's pretty clear. Question is, where does he go to get position from the 3 to get to that pink ball? The 5's blocking the top right corner. So he almost wants to put the cue right back where it is to get to the 4. Looks like a straight draw shot, just all about touch here. Six goes by the 8. Yeah, this is probably the toughest one in the rest of the rack. Oh, he went forward. Wow, yeah, I didn't see that angle that he had. Nice shot. That'll work out nicely. As I'm looking at the scores, Dominic Usterzob is on the hill. He's up 9-8 against Sanjin Helovanovic. Now it's Hill Hill. Holy crap. That is a great match right there. I'm sorry. That's on the table 12 stream. If you're interested, there's a digital pool, all table access. I know it's a little late in the game, but you can check out the live stream of Dominic and Sanjin playing. The winner of that match is going to move on to play against Victor Zelensky. And this is the other half of the semifinal right here. Hubert making pretty quick work, looking to make it 2-2. Little bit of a risky draw shot there. I don't think he had many choices. But now he's got this weird angle. The 7 either in the top right corner or the top left corner. And either way, the cue's going to travel a bit. Yep, cut it right in. Piece of cake, right? Everybody could have made that shot. Just kidding. I couldn't. All right, big old stop shot here for this 8 in the set corner, followed by the 9 in the opposite. Nicely done. That's going to make it a tie game, folks. Again, and now he gets the break, so that was kind of a big deal. Again, once again, I just want to show you that cue that we're raffling off. If you want to support the channel, we do appreciate it. We bring you this stream for free, but it does cost us money. There's the McDermott Cue of the month. Early maple sleeve inlays. Nice. So if you're interested in getting entry into that raffle, you can send us a donation to the stream. Those are your 4 channels to go through: Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle. You can also use YouTube Super Chats or Facebook Stars, and Bobby will collect all that information before the raffle tomorrow night. Rack number 5 coming right up. High game, 2-2. Match room break, 100%. One ball goes in this corner, in the side pocket. It looks like he got another one too. The 2 ball possibly. Yep. And he dressed up the 3 pretty nice. Already got 1 break and run in his belt. See if he can make it 2. Hey, Mike V threw in a $10 super chat. That's 2 entries, by the way. So good luck on the raffle, and we do appreciate you supporting the stream. That's awesome. You're thinking, yeah, he's going to stop it right there. So he has the angle on the 7, come back for the 8 up the rail. Both these guys are playing real sharp today. I don't think this match is going to take very long. They're not messing around either. They're just sort of coming up with a plan and executing it. I love that. You guys are looking real sharp. What did I say? I think that was another break and run. Wow, way to go, guys. Bringing us some great pool today. And these guys, I mean, they're in the semifinals, obviously. If they can defeat 172 other players, well, not themselves, but there was a field of 176. Now there are only 4. Well, technically 5. Dominic and Sanjin are still playing Hill race over on table 12. But after that race is over, then that's going to be Victor Selensky, the 2 players you're seeing right here, and the winner of that match. That's all that's left. Just 4 guys. And there were some killers in the field. So really good tournament action this weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed the streams that we brought you. I hope you guys support Billiards Sports Network. They're the title sponsor for the tournament. And definitely check out McDermott, one of our sponsors, obviously. We appreciate all the support out there. All right, here we go. Rack number 6 coming right up. Let's watch that one ball disappear. A rare miss. So that's going to be a dry break for Michael. Hubert's coming right back. He's got to look at the one ball and a little bit of traffic. There's a 6 in the way and there's a 3 kind of in the way. 4 and the 8 are kind of ugly. This is an ugly rack. We might be here for a little while on this one. Oh, there's another super chat. Cliff White. Absolutely. Very appreciated. Thank you so much. And tell you what, I mean, like I said, we got a few people that sent in some Cash Apps and Venmos and Zells and things, but every little bit helps. We got expenses, you know what I mean? The internet's not free. We just spent a good chunk of change on new sound equipment, which I'm not presently using because I'm not in the actual booth, studio, whatever you want to call it. However, it is really gorgeous, and a big thank you again to Frank Tomaselli, a good friend of mine, and my brothers, who came out as a true sound engineer and got our booth all straightened out. It's I was listening back to some of the recordings this weekend, and Bobby Hunt sounded great. I sounded pretty good, or at least as well as I could. And yeah, it's really exciting to sit down there and just feel like a professional. You got the cans on, you got the microphone right in your face. 45 buttons to press. It's pretty cool. All right, but back to the action. We got the 2 ball straight in this. Ooh. That's even nastier, actually, because given the layout with that 4 ball, as my friend Bobby Hunt would say, there was no future in the run out. Sometimes you just got to take the safety. That's exactly what Hubert did. Going right around. Wow, he threaded the needle between the 2 and the 3. Didn't get contact on the 2. That's going to be ball in hand, which might open this table up a little bit. That 4 is still in a really crazy, not crazy, a difficult place. Let's go with difficult. You can see that's the first ball he's studying. He's not even looking at the 2 and the 3. He's like, where do I go? See where he's put his tip? That's where he wants to land, behind the 3, or behind the 4 rather, somewhere close to the 9, and that is no easy task. All right, this is the clutch shot. He's going to try and come off the right rail with a little bit of right English, running English, whatever you want to call it. And see where he's put this Q-tip? That's where you want the cue to sit. Let's see how close he gets. It's gonna be a tough shot. Heading right to the right spot. Let's see if he gets it. Just a hair more juice would have been perfect, but he's in not bad shape. It's a makeable ball. The only thing that I think he might do here is jack up, yep, and just try to stick him to the 8 ball. As long as he gets the rail, that's amazing. Oop, there it is. Nice. Michael's in a tough spot here. And now if he does not make contact, not only is he on 2 fouls, but the balls are wide open. Hubert should have no problem cleaning this table up. Just going to try and tie up the 9 ball here, and I think that's a good decision. Chances of making clean contact. Oh, he didn't tie up the 9 ball. He tied up the 6 ball. All right, well, that's still a decent tactic. He wanted him almost frozen, but not dead. He's got to make this run out as difficult as possible, and he had almost no chance of getting a contact on that 4 ball. So that's sometimes what you got to do. Setting up for the combo, it looks like. Nothing wrong with that one. Michael's decision to try and tie up the 6-7 did not work out. I think this is going to be a run out for Hubert. It's going to probably go 4-2. Going to come to the other side of the 8 ball. Nice shot. Once again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Got a couple, well, it looks like about 400 people out there. Appreciate your support of the stream. Appreciate you checking out. Oh, and we have a final score available now. I just saw the headline on table 12. Dominic Usterzob has won that match in the quarterfinals against Sanjin Pelivanovic. 10-9. Hill Thriller. Dominic will go on to play Victor Selensky on the main channel. And of course, you guys are tuned into the other side of the semifinals right here on the Shark Stream. Pretty good matchroom break. 9 ball got a little motion there. That's pretty always interesting to see the 9 ball flying around the table, especially with these templates. You really got to give it that 9 ball a secondary smack to get it moving at all. Otherwise, it just sits there. All right, pretty wide open table. I don't know if he has the corner pocket in the top right available. That pink ball might be looming large. But if he can find a hole for the 2 ball, then the 3's just sitting there ready to go. Wow, how about that? Dominic Eusterzob. 763 Fargo took out Jason Shaw 10-2 and has advanced to the semifinals. He's having a hell of a tournament. I was glad to watch him yesterday. That was a great match. Yeah, so that's it. He got Jason Shaw 10-2. Then he defeated Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, FSR, Team No Sleep, 10-9 in a Hill Thriller yesterday. That was a great match. And then he just won another 10-9 to go to the semifinals. What a dream. Great shooting from Dominic. He had plenty of room to get past that 4-ball. He's just sort of sitting there waiting. Just sort of mentally trying to pick out where do I want to land to get on the 4, but get position for the 5. That 5's kind of a trouble ball. Or as I like to call it when I'm in the pool hall, the problem child. And if you're a parent, you understand. He left himself a thin cut on the 4. This is going to make getting on the 5 a little tougher. That 7's kind of right where he wants to bounce. So he's going to go behind the 6. What a touch shot that was. Gorgeous. That's a boom. Nice. Just the exact amount of speed he needed to get angle on the 5 to get to the 6. Firing on all cylinders today, man. This is going to be a second break and run if he can knock these 2 down. Ooh, got a little closer to the 9 than I would have liked. This made this an interesting shot. What am I talking about? Piece of cake, right?
That break and run was sponsored by Taom Billiards, the best chalk in the industry. If you need any chalk, gloves, or a max rack, check out taombilliards.com.
Like Dominic and Victor are getting ready to get started on table 4. That's going to also be a race to 10. The winner of that will play the winner of this for the final. All right, Lopotko's up 5-2. Michael Feliciano is definitely he needs this rake. He needs this rack. Don't want to be down 6-2. You want to be at there at least in the hunt, 5-3. He's already got one break and run. Let's see if he can do it again. Ooh, the 1 ball came up high. And that will bring Hubert back to the table. He's got to look at the 1. Wouldn't say it's necessarily an easy pocket, but got to look. We got another super chat. Hezron Gonzalez. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. And you are entered into that McDermott Cue of the Month raffle. We'll definitely be going live tomorrow night sometime from the booth in Yale Billiards, Brunswick Arena in Wallingford, Connecticut. We'll do the random number draw. We'll have the list of all the entries available so you can see who's who. And one of you lucky winners will, or one of you lucky viewers will have a chance, or we'll have that beautiful McDermott Cue. So, sorry, it's early in the morning over here, at least for me. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but I just woke up. I might be a little bit fog-headed. Wow, Michael just went for that one. Just went for the cross bank, and now it's hanging out there. But look at that mess on the right side of the screen. You got the 4, the 3, the 7, and the 6 just sort of bunched up. And not a lot of future in this run out until you get that 3, 5, well, 4, 3, 4, 6, 7 situation straightened out. So you're just gonna bat the 1 around a little bit till you get ball in hand and hope for the best. Look at this. He's gonna do a little bit of a breakout here. Oh, wow. That served a couple of purposes. I think it gave the 3-ball a pocket in terms of the side pocket, but it also locked up Lopotko pretty bad. Doing a little visualization here with his cue, just drawing lines in geometry for the 2-railer. All right. So yeah, that's where he wants to hit the left rail. Question is where does he want to hit the bottom ramp? So he's going over 2 balls with a little bit of high right. Oh, what a contact. Nicely done. That's a billiard player right there. Knows those diamonds. Oh, if this drops, I was going to say, I don't think that's what he wanted, but it did not drop. And you still have that offensive line completely blocking everything. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see a jump cue here. If he can get over that 4-ball, the 1 will drop. Then he can sort of move on and see if he can do something with the deuce. Oh, he did not get over. And by not getting over, he just blew up that entire cluster. So it's now a pretty wide open table. A big opportunity for Feliciano. Got ball in hand and a little bit of work to do, but not the worst pattern in the world anymore. It was a little risky, but I think it paid off. He got around the 8, rubbed the 5, and he's got a pretty good line on the deuce. As long as he can roll this one around the 9 to get to the red 3, should be smooth sailing. Oh, use the whole pocket. I thought he might go 2 rails to get back to the 5. He tried to hold it, and he did. But that 4 almost didn't drop. Big rack for Michael. Kind of free stroking right now. You can tell he's kind of feeling it. All right, good close there from Michael to go to 5-3. Just once again, thank you guys for watching, tuning into the Shark Stream. If you'd like to support the channel, we are razzling off this cue from McDermott. September 2025 cue of the month with a curly maple handle with the emerald stain, black with green Irish linen, and look at that butt of that cue. It's just a beautiful cue. I've had it in my hand a couple times. If you want to support the channel by sending in a $5 donation, you will be entered into that razzle. There's our Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle. The links are in the comments section if you just want to click. And of course, you can just send in a super chat or in a Facebook stars. That will get you entered into the razzle. And again, all the support you guys can give us is wonderful, but make sure you hit the like button too. I want to make sure YouTube and Facebook knows that we're here. All right, rack number 9. Here we go. There goes the 1. Kind of lost the 1 ball or the cue ball a little bit, but it's going to pay off. Ooh, I stand corrected. I thought that 2 was going to sit in front of the corner and it just sort of jumped off the rail. Don't think he has enough meat on that 2 ball to pocket it directly. Just out of curiosity, anybody speaks Polish and can tell me what's written on Hubert's shirt? I'd be very curious. I'm fairly certain if it's Polish. I just don't know what it says. Sorry. I speak English, a little bit of French, very little. All right, so that's going to bring Feliciano back to the table with a clean look at the two. See if he can get the score a little tighter, or a little closer together anyway. Yeah, look at that. Nice stroke. Punched it right in the side like it was nothing and came perfect back on the three. All right, well, Feliciano not going down without a fight. Took advantage of that miss. It looks like he's going to get it to 5-4, and I think it's his turn to break. I'm trying to remember. I guess we'll find out in a sec. Very nice. Yes, it is his turn to. Well, okay, no, it's not. All right, 5-4. 9 racks in the books. Looks like we're going to take a little bit of a player break. Just saw Lopotko walk off. Looks like Michael's doing the same. Guess we'll bring you a couple of words from our sponsors to kill the time. If you haven't seen it or heard about it, the Boom and Freezer Show is online. All 3 seasons are available for free on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcasts. It is Bobby Boom Hilton and Scott Frost, the Freezer, talking to some of the big names in the game today, not the least of which is Efren Bada. We got Jason Shaw. We had, I mean, you name it, Sophia Mast and Savannah Easton. So many great players have been on the show. It's about an hour to an hour and a half format, and they just sit there, talk about their pool careers, life, the universe, and everything, and great conversations in general. So if you haven't checked it out, go to boomandfreezer.com and check it out. We're season 4 starting soon, and we have some great guests lined up, so you're not going to want to miss it. All right, we're just about at the midpoint of this match. It's a close one, 5-4. So Lopotko is up and Feliciano is breaking. Had 3 breaking runs so far, 2 by Lopotko, 1 by Feliciano. And you know he wants another one right here. That's a hell of a start. Look at this 9-ball. Golden break. What? Sometimes you just gotta take the easy way, right? Slap the 9-ball in the corner and the side, whatever. Call it a day. High game now, 5-5. On the main table, we got Victor Zelensky and Dominic Yusterzob. And the score there is 1-1 right now. So they're equally tied up. All right, so we're at 5-5. Any predictions out there you guys want to share with me on the comments section? How do you think this is going to go? Both players having a really wonderful tournament. Both players pretty well dialed in. A couple of breaking runs here and there so far. 1 golden break. I feel like it could go either way, but no matter what, basically, I feel like no matter what happens, it's going to go the distance. It's going to be 9-9, and it'll be a 1-game race at some point. Betting you wish you were lefty now. This is an easy shot for a lefty. This is a tough shot for a righty. Well, he made it anyway. Nice little bit of follow to come down for the 6 on the bottom rail. Wow, that was a really, actually, very well executed shot. You don't play that much pool, which I suspect most of you do play a lot of pool. You know how hard that is. Seven in the same corner coming pro side. Wow. Like that, but I think it's going to work. Yeah. Oh, he bumped the 8. Yeah, I think he's okay though. I think he gave himself just enough room to pocket that in the corner and not scratch. Well, thanks, Will. Was it Piazza? I was planning on gonna go actually after the broadcast. I was gonna take a screenshot and throw it through Google Translate, but I think you might be right. Obviously Polish. I do recognize the word banks. He's saying it's possibly a bank sponsor and a crane sponsor, but either way, nice out. Gets the lead back. He's up 6-5. What a battle so far. I don't think we've had more than a 1-game lead. Trying to think back. Yeah, I don't think we've had more than a 1-game lead either way. There might have been a 3-1 in there somewhere, but other than that, it's been real close, either tied or 1 point apart. Quick score update on table 4. Victor Zelensky is up 2-1 over Dominic Yasterzob. So there's a battle going on over there too. That game is being carried by Billiard Sports Network. So if you want to watch that and the final, that's where you got to be. Hate to say it, we can't do it here on the Shark Stream, but we do appreciate everybody that's tuned in this weekend. I've had a lot of fun doing it. I'm sure it's Bobby Hunt feels the same. Bob Hilton was with us on Thursday. He's down in Philly right now. This has been great content. This tournament's been really good. A lot of great players. But alas, there can only be 4 round. Alrighty, here we go. Feliciano breaking rack number 12, knocks the 1 down handily. Does not get his golden break repeat, but is still at the table. 6 is kind of in the way. Well, not kind of, it is in the way. But I don't see a break and run happening this time. Very likely push. The prize pot is $100,000. I think I remember. Well, instead of thinking, let me just go look it up. Pretty sure 16,000's the first prize. There's an easy way to find out. I'm gonna go to digital pool. Click on overview. Scroll down a little bit. There it is. Okay, first prize is $16,000. Second prize is $10,000. Third, fourth is $7,000. So all 4 of these guys are already at the $7,000 level. 5th through 8 is 5,000 apiece. 9 through 16th is 3,000 apiece, and 17 through 30 to second is $1,000 apiece. Total prize pool is about 100,000. And that doesn't include the auction or Calcutta, depending on where you're from. The auction typically is 2 or 3 times that amount. So we'll see what I don't have those numbers though. Yes, this is a WNT ranking event. Ooh, what a nasty little safety. Can't tell quite how close that cue ball is to the 7, but if it's as close as it looks, gonna have a hell of a time getting to the 3. Question in the comments, what does it mean when you say Calcutta or auction? So very frequently, at least in tournaments that I've been in, before the tournament begins, there's an auction style. It's basically an auction, but it's some players call it a Calcutta. And what that means is before the tournament begins, usually a tournament director or other person will auction off each player. So all the players are sort of standing in the room, several other invested gamblers and so on. And they'll say, okay, who wants to take Michael Feliciano for $1,000? Okay, who wants to take him for $1,100? Who wants to take him for $1,200? And so on until every player in the field is sold off. That prize money goes back out just like the prize money goes out for tournament itself, the prize pot. But because there's a lot of gamblers, especially at an event as big as the Derby and the Expo and a few things like that, the prize pot might be $100,000, but the auction might actually be closer to $300,000. It's just basically sort of like picking horses in a horse race. In fact, you'll often hear somebody cheering on one of the players that they bought in the auction, be like, "That's my horse." So it's basically just a gambling situation. Lower ranked players will go for less cash than higher ranked players for obvious reasons. So if all of a sudden a lower ranked player comes in, then you could make a bunch of money. All right, Hubert's looking pretty good here at the table. Got himself. I mean, these 3 balls are sitting on the rail. That always makes me nervous personally, but I see these guys handle it like it's nothing. I can't believe this is a new concept, but yeah, no, in the auction, the player has usually the option to buy half themselves. So if let's say they sell for $100, then they can pay the person that won $50 and get half. Oftentimes also players will bid on themselves, especially if they're feeling pretty confident. But yeah, the players can get something. It's just not necessarily guaranteed. They don't have to buy themselves. Look at that. 2 great rail shots in a row, and he's set up for the 3rd. Gonna line this 9 up perfect. Oh, I don't know for a fact that there is an auction at this location. The fact is that that's what happens in a lot of venues. And I'm sure it's generally considered a pari-mutuel bet, so it's completely legal. All right, I'm sorry, Hubert takes a 2-game lead now. He's up 7-5, doing very well. Yeah, happy to answer your questions. I mean, it's just it's not common everywhere, but that's usually what happens in a lot of venues. A lot of these big tournaments, especially the big events. There's just think about it. It's pool. Where there's pool, there's gambling. That's just the way it is. All right, rack number 13 underway. The one ball drops right in the side the way it's supposed to, and the two dressed up pretty good. Got to be happy with this break. Staring at that three ball. Does it go past the 9? Don't know, but we're about to find out, I think. Giving it a good look. I like how he visualizes. He'll tap his cue on the cloth or put his finger where he wants the cue to go. I mean, it's a great visualization tactic. It's something that a lot more players should probably do. See what he's doing? Like, this is where I want it. Now, how do I get there? Now the question is he going to try and pocket the 3 past the 9, or is he going to play rail into the 3 into the rail, take the game down right here? I guess it just matters whether or not the 3 goes past. If it goes past, he'll likely run out. If it doesn't, he might take the swing here. Because you play it 2 ways. You play the cue with a stop shot. The 3 goes up the table. That's a safety. The 9 goes in. You win the match. Ah, there it is. Just went right on by. Put together a pretty nice angle. This break and run would be huge. That would put him at 8-5. He's taking his time, kind of staring at that 6 ball, saying, all right, where do I want to be? As long as it's not dead straight. Well, it's pretty close to dead straight, but he's got a little wiggle room. He wanted a bit more angle, I think. Because now he's got to give it some speed, and as soon as you start adding speed to a rail shot like that, you start getting risky on the box, the rattle, whatever you want to call it. Very well handled. Look at that. Perfect amount of follow to get up to the 7. Oh, he's a little off angle, but not bad. Yeah, look at that stop shot. Beautiful. The timing on this one couldn't be better.
That break and run was sponsored by
Believe that is
Billiards,
his
the best
third
chalk in the
break and
industry.
run. He's
If you need any
broken.
chalk, gloves, or a
Let's
max rack,
see, we're
check
at
out
8-5, 13.
TaomBilliards.com.
So he's broken 6 or 7 times, not sure, and he's got 3 BNRs already on his belt. Once again, guys, if you're we appreciate everybody that's tuned into the channel, interested in supporting the channel. Please consider sending in a super chat. This is the cue that you could possibly win if you send in a $5 donation. For every $5 donation, you get an entry into this razzle that'll take place tomorrow night. It's a McDermott Cue of the Month, September 2025, with a G-core shaft, emerald stain on curly maple sleeve inlays. So it's like I said, it's gorgeous. He was valued at $555, and any support you have for the channel is always welcome. All right, 13 down. We're on rack 14. Feliciano really needs this one. Knocks the one down. Got to look at the two. However, the three is sitting right down there next to it. That's going to make it a little tricky. I feel like a safety play's coming on here. Cowabunga green. If only there was a pizza icon on there somewhere, then I'd agree with you. We'll stick to the McDermott description that says it's emerald green. And of course, as you all know, McDermott's based out of Wisconsin, but that shamrock's pretty telling, as is the name, obviously. A little bit Irish in there somewhere. Don't know if that was a safe intention or if he was actually trying to go for it. I think he might have been going for this, the corner. Oh, yeah, he tapped on the rail there. He was looking for the safe. He just overhit it a touch. So that'll bring Lopotko back to the table. Clean look at the two. It just depends. Does he feel like going for it? He might go for the cross side. If not, he's probably going to play safe. Lit it up there past the 8. Oh man, left the cue sitting in the corner pocket. That's risky, but it worked. I do know it for a fact. I think that was an 8-ball foul. And when people are saying these tables are slippery, they're super fast, that's because it's a rule for WNT events. I happen to know this for a fact since we hosted the McDermott Open last year. But as a rule for WNT events, when the event starts, the cloth can't be more than a week old. So you have to recover all your tables with brand new cloth, and that anyone that's played on brand new cloth knows how slippery that cloth can be until it takes about 4 weeks to break down before it actually starts playing what I would call right, because I play in pool halls, not tournaments. But yeah, it's definitely slick as hell, and it's going to run like crazy. A ball that should go 6 feet on a brand new cloth will go 12. Trust me, it's kind of nasty. Not sure if we're looking for some sort of referee rule, because I want to say that last shot was a foul. But since the ref wasn't there to watch, or I didn't see a ref, we might be taking a little break to get a video ruling or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, a couple people in the comments are saying foul. I agree. That did not look legit. I think the 8-ball was the first ball. But it does look like they're going to play it where it lies. Well, that one was legit. Wow, point position, we like to call that. Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that. I see a comment in the section saying there's only 2 matches running and there's no referee. You would think at the semifinal level there would be an observer, but I don't know. I'm not running the tournament. I'm just sitting here talking about it. Well, there you got it. All right, Mike brings it back to within 2. Paco up 8-6. I'm not sure why the scores are updating so fast, unless there's somebody in the background updating them quickly. Oh, I still have it on delay too. That's weird. All right. Yeah, 8-6. Let me see. Let's take a look at the other table. See what the score over there is. Oh wow, Zelensky is off to a big lead right now. He's up 6-1 over Dominic Yasterzob. Victor is just tearing through this field. Dominic's had some great performances again. He took out Jason Shaw and FSR. But right now, Victor is in the driver's seat, 6-1. The winner of that match will play the winner of this match for the final. Oh wow, okay. Once he got out of the way, I was like, let's see how good that save was. It was really good. There's a good one rail shot here, but that's about it. And 2 balls far enough out of the pocket, making it a pretty tiny target. That's all you got to do, right? Make good contact, fluke the 5. Nice touch there. Just a hint of draw to get you the 3. You can see on your screen that the race is to 10. So Lopotko needs 2 and Feliciano needs 4. As you can see, the screen has the score updated before the actual video feed, even though I have it on delay. Interesting. So it's 8-7, one game. Feliciano now needs 3. Lopotko needs 2. And again, if you want to support the channel, get to keep beating this horse till it's glue. But we do have a reward if you send $5 or more into the channel on any of our payment venues or Facebook or YouTube super chats. You're eligible to win this cue, the cue of the month from McDermott, September 2025. Emerald stain, curly maple, and it's got a genuine Irish linen wrap, as you can see there on your screen. If you're interested in getting into that razzle, definitely you can send Facebook stars, you can send in a super chat, or you can support the channel by sending into our Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, or Zelle, sitting right on your screen right there, and we appreciate everybody's support. Back to the live action. At most, there are 4 racks left. 15 in the books, or 7 Feliciano, 8 for Lopotko. Did not get the one on the snap. That's going to be interesting. The one is visible, but not, I don't think he can pocket that from there. So we're going to see a little bit of a safety battle again. Go survey the field here and say, oh, what do we got? What do we got? Where are we going? Where are we going? It's going to work out pretty nice. Other the one ball up to the short rail. Don't see a lot of options even for kicking. Might have to go to the left side. Oh, maybe he's got a little piece. Didn't think he had it. Ha! Not only did he have a little piece, he had just enough to pocket it. What a shot. Oh, it's a dangerous jump, man. You got to land. Try not to knock a ball off the Look at that. Wow. Okay. Every time I say something's tough, they just show and prove me wrong. Look at this. Pops right over and drops it right on the two. Boom, withdraw. Easy peasy, right? Everybody can do that. Just a quick score update on the main table. Table 4, Victor Zelensky is up 7-2 over Dominic Yastrazov. Here, I thought this match starting 45 minutes earlier would be finished first. I guess we'll see. Still plenty of time for Dom to get a gear. Hubert looking for the hill here. He's in pretty good shape. Oh, he hit the 6, but it's not going to hurt. I think he's okay. Not happy about it, but I think he's okay. That's, ooh, I don't know. Radar on the 6 ball. I don't see a cut shot there. I think he kind of made an error. Races to 10. You can see the numbers on the parentheses. So the name, then the Fargo rating, and then the race is right there on your screen. So Lopotko plays the percentage there, goes for the safety. Might have left a little bit of it hanging out there. I highly doubt, though. I don't know. I don't know these players very well, but Feliciano, if he decides to go for the cross-side shot, could cost him the entire set. Then again, if he goes for a simple piss, he's got to have a plan on where to leave the cue. So Lopotko won't have an opportunity either. Not bad. That's not bad. I suspect though it's going to come right back at him. Try to hide the cue behind the 8 ball if you can. That's what my thought is there. Your mileage may vary. Sean. Oh man. Oh, he put the 6 behind the 8 instead. You gonna get there behind the 9? No, he is not. That was a terrific shot. Very clutch. Coming off the rail to make a ball all the way across the table, then getting position play on the 7. What else can you say? And we're tied at 8. Race to 2 remaining to decide who goes to the final. Right, there's the head ball smash. Oh, looks like you got one other one too. The 2 ball. So 1 and 2 are down, and the 3's dressed up pretty. Let's see what he's got. I think the only real problem ball is the 7, from what I'm looking at. And he's already lining up the 7. He's got 4 balls in front of it. A little bump there on the 5, but he's still in pretty decent shape on the 4. Problem is now the cue ball is going to head straight towards that bottom left corner. It's going to be hard to get position on the 5. Oh, I don't think he's going to be trying to pocket this ball. Yeah, he just kind of made a mess. That way, at least Feliciano has to work for it. What a mess. Oof. Oh, wow. That could prove very costly. The only saving grace is that I don't see a great play on the 5 ball. The 6 ball got right where it needed to be. Dominic Yasterzab has won the last 2 in a row. Now the score over there is 7-4 Victor. All right. With ball in hand, he played safe anyway, just because that's 5 ball so messy. Gonna make Feliciano take a whack at it, and if he misses, then Feliciano will be on 2. Nope, didn't miss though. Just give the 5 a little rub. I had a feeling we're gonna have a little bit of difficulty with this 5-ball, the way the 6 rolled in after Michael's last shot. See what he's got in mind here. Just gonna leave it in the middle of the short rail. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, big whiff. Ball in hand for Feliciano. A wide open table. That's a big, big mistake right there. Look at that follow sauce. Beautiful. Feliciano is getting the lead back right here. He will be our first one to the hill. Nice shooting there, kid. One last time before we decide to go off the air or whatever. Want to support the channel? Please do. You can send in Facebook stars, super chats on YouTube, or you can hit us up on Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. Did I already say Venmo? Zelle. If every $5 entry will be registered to win this beautiful cue from McDermott. It's the McDermott Cue of the month, September 2025. Emerald green stain with curly maple sleeve inlays. You can see it right there. It looks like tiger stripes to me almost. It's really gorgeous. Here are the links that you can use to send us a Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, or Venmo. And we do appreciate any support you guys can give the channel, of course. Looks like we got a little bit of a player break going on anyway. And with so much at stake in the semifinal, I am not surprised at all. So we'll take a little pause. 8-4 on the other table, by the way. Victor's up 8-4 over Dominic Yosterzob. All right, Feliciano's on the hill, and he's breaking. Got at least one breaking run on his belt already. I think there was, no, I don't think there was two. I think the other guy had two. And he missed the head ball. That's going to be a dry break. Lopotko is going to be back at the table with a decent look at the one ball. Really kind of wish they had a ref and a shot clock at this point. This is getting a little ridiculous, but that's just me. He went for it. See if Feliciano can put this away. All right, one ball down. We got 8 more to go. All right, 5 balls left to get to the final. See if he's got this last one. Yeah, look at that. Pretty, pretty. Hey, thanks guys for the super chats. Any support you, oh my God, did that just happen? But again, yeah, thanks for all the support. You guys are out there sending in super chats and Facebook stars and other donations. But I've been having a ball bringing you guys these matches over the last weekend. So we appreciate all the support you guys got out there. Fortunately for Feliciano, he just boxed up the 6 to get to the 7. I don't know if Lopotko has a clean look at it. He might be grabbing a jumper though. He's had a few good jump shots already, especially in this situation right here. Quick score update. Victor Zelensky is up 9-5, so he's on the hill. Dominic not quitting, but Victor a heavy favorite on the other table. Here we are at 9-9. One rack decide who goes to the final, and this one's going to be Lopatko's break. Feliciano had a big opportunity. If he had a little golden break there or break and run or something like that on the last rack, he could have put this one away. That error on the 6 ball is going to probably haunt him for a while. That's unfortunate. We'll see how it goes. We got 1 rack left in this set. Thanks everybody again for tuning in for the Shark Stream at the Yale Billiards Brunswick Arena. We're bringing you live coverage from the Philadelphia Super Billiards Expo. And this will be our last broadcast of the tournament. If you are interested in watching the final, head on over to the Billiards Sports Network, and they'll be able to hook you up with access to the main table for the final. And it looks, yeah, I can't even predict right now. Victor Zelensky is in a pretty decent lead, but don't ever count out Yasterzab. All right, final break. Six ball just frozen to the cue. Nothing else looks like. Oh, no, he did get the 5 ball. So it's going to be in a probable push here. Just going to stick him to the rail, make him jump. What? All right. Sometimes you just got to hop over, go 3 rails, and pocket it off the 9 in the side. How else do you play that shot? Well, keep that jumper in your hand, though. Look where you're at. You guys in the comment section are cracking me up. I would love to sit here and talk a little bit, especially if I had someone to talk to. But man, this last couple racks need some no-dos, if you know what that is. I kind of bet myself, even though Zelensky and Yasterzab started 45 minutes after this match started, I still think there's a good chance they're going to finish first. The second person that said they took a break and came back to the same shot. Oh man. Good times, guys. Good times. I mean, let's be fair, guys. There is a $6,000 difference between first and second and third and fourth place. So there's a good bit of cash at stake. I get it. But man, guess we're about to find out if that 6 goes by the 8. Based on where he left the cue ball, though, I gotta say it has to. And if Lopotko gets out from this run, Feliciano's gonna have nightmares about that 6 ball on the last rack. He had the out. He was on the hill and just kind of boxed the 6 out of nowhere. Michael's next Facebook post is gonna be lit. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's gonna wear out the carpet. Come on, guys. Let's go. Two balls to go. Rolling up nicely on this 9 in the side, boy. I tell you, I think we see a final here. That is it. It's conceded. Michael Feliciano loses on the hill to Hubert Lopotko. Meanwhile, Victor Zelensky is up 9-5 over Dominic Yasterzob. And one last time before we go, we do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching us here live on the Shark Stream at the Philadelphia Super Billiards Expo. If you would like to donate $5 to the Shark Stream, you will be entered to win this September 2025 McDermott Cue of the Month with emerald green stain and curly maple sleeve inlays. And you can see this, the stain there just looks awesome. When you hold it in your hand, it looks gorgeous. So if you do send that in, here's the link to go to our Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle. It's been my pleasure, Brian Brennan in the booth, bringing you Philadelphia Super Bowl expert or Super Billiards. I always say bowl. Super Billiards Expo coverage live here on the Shark Stream. If you want to catch the finals, you're going to have to go over to Billiard Sports Network at this point. Brought to you by digitalpool.com. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Bobby Hilton here from the Shark Stream. Give a shout out to all of our sponsors. Of course, our gold sponsors, Brunswick Billiards. We are the Brunswick Arena on the Shark Stream, and of course, McDermott Cues. Then we got our silver sponsors. We can't forget those. We got Taom Billiards, Salotto, of course, Yale Billiards, Simonis Cloth, Wayne Harriman, the Sandman, Pro Fitman Billiards, Andy Gow, Aramith, Letman Lights, and Carbon Magic Cleaner. And of course, we can't forget our local and bronze sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. They've been with us for a long time. K. Morgan Painting, APA, Jacoby Custom Cues, Sigma Wear, Organic Ink Tattoo, Dynamic Pressure Washing, NM Billiards, Tommy's Tattoo Supply, Pool Table Magic, and of course, Vaculease. Thank you guys all for your continued support. Appreciate it.